Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am Liz, and I like to draw. I know it's been a while. I ended up moving and had a lot of side projects that needed focus. However, things are now settling down, and I do plan on posting more videos. I am also finally getting into the hang of how YouTube kinda works. So let's get into the video. 2 years ago on Purgatory, the link will be in the description, I designed two magical girls that were based off of fruit, the lemon and the dragon fruit. And well, that got me thinking, what if there were more magical girls? And thus, this mini-series was born. I first started with redesigning the two main characters since it was over 2 years ago. So starting off with Lemon Drop, which is based off of a lemon. Her name is Blaine, and she's a very energetic character. I wanted her to have a bunch of charisma and energy that her sheer enthusiasm about anything just rubs off onto the others around her. So Blaine here is the first girl to get her powers, which are presented to her in a pair of shoes. The transformation works like Dorothy style kind of thing with a tap tap of her heels. In the story, there was this magical creature that this evil group of scientists did experiments on, and the creature put its powers into these shoes with fruit designs, and they ended up on the doorsteps of 8 high school girls. Blaine is a busybody. She is known to everyone, but no one really knows who would be considered her best friend. She is the type of girl that has a bunch of friends all over the place, but not really one set friend group she hangs out with. So I wanted to give Blaine nunchucks, because they are a very difficult weapon to use, but also make her have to concentrate so she doesn't end up hurting herself. It takes a lot of skill to use these weapons, and I also would really like to animate her possibly in the future with the nunchucks, because let's be honest, nunchucks are cool. I also made her, in my opinion, the most extra when it comes to her clothing and the details amongst it. I also wanted to make sure that when the transformation does occur, that the audience can still read her as the same character, but the people in her world wouldn't be able to put 2 and 2 together that Lemon Drop is Blaine. So I wanted to change her hair the most to very long 2 curls versus medium length hair in her civilian form. color palette, it was a bit of a challenge since yellow is kind of hard to have various shades without it looking muddy or not cohesive. So I ended up throwing in purple to help balance out the design and break up the light colors. I also wanted the color that will be in all designs to make them have something similar, and that color would be green because they're all based off of fruits, which are plants, and plants have leaves. That is the only reason green was used in these designs, not because I am biased to the color green. Nah, not that. She was very fun to redesign, and I believe that this lemon drop is a stronger character than her first design. next character is based off of a dragon fruit. In her original design, I made her shy and uneasy. I wanted to keep that personality type. Her magical girl name is Dragon Vein, and her weapon is a green vine-like clothing that she has. She can extend those parts and capture villains, immobilizing them. Her name is Kylia. She is a childhood next-door neighbor to Blaine, and that is how she gets roped into being a magical girl. At first, she's very hesitant and not too confident in fighting, and the whole concept of being a magical girl, but through time, she gains more confidence in herself and her abilities. In school, she and Blaine rarely talk due to their schedules rarely lining up. She's very smart and always has her head in a book, reading as much as she can, and her dreams are to go to college, major in literature, and become an author herself one day. To really push the difference between her civil form and her magical form, I made her hair the main difference with them. So her regular, everyday form, her hair covers her eyes, and she tends to be more closed off to people. With the exception of Blaine, and through the story, the other girls become friends and they fight crime together. In her magical girl form, I wanted her hair to reflect a dragon fruit more and to make the colors more bold. This will also reflect her opening up more in her magical girl form and gaining that confidence. Magical girl form, I wanted to reflect more of the Three Musketeer vibe. I also have her a little pouch on her belt because she would totally take notes about the villains they fight for later reference, as well as keeping a record of the events. Due to her wanting to be an author someday, she figures that even though she is scared of being a magical girl, that these events could influence her stories in the future. hope you enjoyed these redesigns of my 2 magical girls, and I do have other characters I'm working on, so stay tuned for more magical fruit girls. Let me know in the comments what fruit you would want to have as your motif as a magical girl. If you made it through the video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss an upload. Thanks for watching. See you next time.